Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Room here to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Jackson shakes off the sack, and Owen coughed it up. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That was good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Phillip Rivers scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we stay. Aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose, and this is recovered by the Chargers. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Following the interception here, Rivers almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Hey!
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguise.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the Ravens taking the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Ground with their leading rusher from a season ago. It's Alex Collins. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, Jackson. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action here on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 24.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Green 39. Green.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a 2nd straight week.
And that'll set him back 5. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis. Second down, Rivers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They needed 19, and that's precisely what they got. And by the length of a football, it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Rocket.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 12 more yards there and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Gun!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cluster.
Throwing Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Allen, the intended receiver. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's good. To go is a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson trying to lay one up. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. On second down, Collins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit!
It's a quarterback sneak, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. So it was 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried the sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Here's Desmond King on the return. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
No, Jack, Patriot! All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Gordon on the dump off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 15. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
0.
Now Gordon on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Snapper! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Jackson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
To throw on second down. Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now Tucker to add the PAT. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Block 15!
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Chargers out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And Brashad Perriman off to the races. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman with a return of 102 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers wide open. It's Allen, complete. 30, 20, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath for Collins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
first down. Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keeps the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Delta!
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
And this is caught inside the 5. Give him 30 yards there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He's going to get it running right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here trying to preserve the lead. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Rivers here to throw. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. from the shotgun. It's Rivers going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Patriot!
Now Jackson on 1st down. Now a desperation. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. One last shot for Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. To return it now, here's King. Muscles him off. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.